there. So I was asked about the writing on the wall behind me. Again. So I share again. This is my prayer wall. These are things that I write on my wall that I'm believing for, speaking into my life. And once it manifests, I cross it off. I had a few things I was supposed to cross it off yesterday, still didn't do it. So today, or when I'm done, I'll come back through and not only just, I won't cross it off, I'll wash it off because it's manifest. You know, there are a lot of people who have vision boards, vision walls. You know, I have a prayer wall. You know, so things that the Lord gives me a prayer about, or some things that I have desire about, I write on the wall. And have my family do the same thing. Some things take a little longer than others because there's work that needs to be done within me in conjunction to things that I physically have to do. You know, people that just say, oh, just pray and give to God. No, there's still a responsibility and work you have to do as well. And part of that is do it His way and not get in His way and not try to tell Him how to do it. God does things way beyond how we could ever figure that it'd be done. So if you're going to pray and give it to Him, you got to get out of His way, do it His way, do your part. What is it? React, not react, say something, not say something, do something or not do something. So, I mean, I encourage you to do that. You know, not only speak the desires of your heart, but write them down. And as they come to manifest, but there was a time when I would write the day that I actually wrote it. And then when it manifests, I would write that day also. I stopped doing that because that's putting a timeline on God or how long it took something to happen or whatever else. Sometimes I look at that as my accountability. Like, what were you doing to get in the way? Why did it take so long? But that's irrelevant. It's how God works it. So I stopped doing that. I'm like, no, I'm not. For me, that was putting Him in a box. Not doing that. Can't put a timeline on how long God should be doing something, because who knows? The reason it may have took so long because you were getting in the way. Don't know. So I stopped doing that. But I encourage y'all to do that. You know, write, journal. And this is the last day of Suicide Prevention Month. So check on somebody, check in with somebody. I'm getting ready to go into a therapy group. I encourage that. You know, do therapy. I mean, everybody don't, you know, it's not for everybody. You know, for a while it wasn't for me, but now it is. So this is a therapy session I'm getting ready to do here in a little bit. So, you know, we'll all be checking in, talking, discussing things, encouraging each other, giving each other more tools, tips, you know, sharing stuff like that. So I encourage you all with that. But to even just go beyond September, you know, do it on a regular basis. When somebody comes across your mind or you have a thought about somebody, call them, text them, go by the house, or, you know, however you feel that you need to do it. You know, just, you know, check in with them. You don't need to know the specifics and every detail of everything, you know, unless they want to share something with you. But, you know, you don't need to go asking all their business. You know, just ask them about them. Hey, how you doing? Just came across my mind. Want to check in with you. Simple. You never know what somebody's going through. You never know the night they had, or what went on the day before, or what they've been dealing with for the past 2 weeks, or something could have ticked them off right before you came. They just need somebody to talk to, vent to. And remember that a listening ear is not a running mouth. That conversation that you have with that person stays there. You don't go out to nobody else. Now, I can understand if that person is talking about harming himself or harming somebody else. That's different. Okay, you might need to make somebody else aware. You know, we need to keep an eye on this. Chicks talking crazy, dudes talking crazy, whatever else. But for you to go off disclosing a conversation they trusted you with, even if they share that same information with somebody else, you don't disclose it. You don't share it. That's the conversation that you two had or the group had. However, because if you're not trustworthy, if you can't be a listening ear without being a running mouth, now you just another person in that person's life that they can't trust. You've caused more aggravation, more frustration. You have hindered and you have not helped. Whew. All right, I'm on my last mile, so I can turn this tension down. Whew. Thank you, Lord. Ooh-wee. I encourage y'all with that too. Keep moving. Keep exercising. Lord have mercy. Don't get fat. Let myself get fat. Lord have mercy. Whew. I gotta do well, I'm going for 2 miles on my elliptical here in the state. I've done 7 on here. Whew. I'm going for 8. Well, I'm going to do 8. I turn this tension down on the last mile to bring my heart rate down. Yeah. Whew. 7th mile. So when you hit 8, I'm going to get over here and I'm going to do a 2-mile walk on my elliptical. I'm not running on this joker. So I encourage you all with that. Check in. Check on somebody. Be a listening ear, not a running mouth. Whew. Y'all have a good day.